today. From Commander's Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 16 carries, 73 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this: we've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they meant it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Hardy set to return. Oh, nice move.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now Allen off the bootleg.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A first down carry for Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing now is Allen. Throw, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down, Daniels.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw is Daniels.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Spinning past him. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Allen going to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To the air, Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Bills at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Allen off the play fake.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Cook up the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the right side and caught by Sennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Daniels looking to throw. That's caught by Sennett. And he's taken down inside the 30. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Daniels now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Daniels. That's complete to Turner. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Allen now looks to throw.
shedding through the defense. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you look at this defense, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. .6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Inside give to Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Now Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Bass is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Robinson up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing now is Daniels. Caught by Turner. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays,
touchdown Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Robinson with another carry.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Hardy. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Allen's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Allen. This will be caught. It's Samuel.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Commanders' offense set to take over.
We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. To the air goes Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Allen now on 1st down. Knox with a nice catch.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Davis will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Well, now things get a little dicier here. It's a 42-yard extra point attempt. And that makes it a 9-point game.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, Davis. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 40-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And here's Davis to run again on second. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's Davis to run again on second. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down throw for Daniels. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go again with Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now on second down, this is Gore. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
The first down carry for Davis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And here's Davis to run again on second.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Now a 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. This pass into the hands of Turner.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Quarterback sneak, but having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen going to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Allen off the bootleg, rolling to his right. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Daniels looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Now Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. On the screen, this is Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
2nd down, Daniels.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Caught out left side by Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Daniels now to throw on 1st down. Finding McCaffrey on the slant.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Commanders are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
You know they pay me that.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Inside give to Davis. Able to slither by. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's Davis on the counter, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 6. They'll run it again here with Davis. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They pitch it to Davis. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff to Davis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's a give to Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Bills,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Come on, ready? Start! Gun. Start! Start! On one, ready? Start! Here we go. Start! Here we go. Start! 180! Start! On one, ready? Start! Get set! Start! Here we go. Start! Here we go. Start! Here we go. 180. Start! Gun. Start! On one, ready? Start! Here we go. Start! Here we go. Start! Get set! 2. Gun, gun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Gun, gun. Here we go. Here we go. 180. Can. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. On 2, ready? Start! Here we go, here we go. Start! Here we go. Stop! Gun. Stop! Here we go. Stop! On 1, ready? Stop! On 1, ready? Stop! Here we go. Stop! It's your set. Ready? Stop! On 1, ready? Stop! Here we go. Ready? Wait, hot! 1. 11 mighty. Stop! Here we go. Stop! Ready? Stop! Come on, ready? 11, Thomas! Stop! Here we go. Ready? Wake up! Start! I'm 1, ready? 12, 1, start! Gun. Start! I'm 1, ready? 11, MT, start! Here we go. Start!